Alright, I just wanted to give you guys an update on where we're at. We laid out the posts for our Charlie and the chickens yard. We have some trees planted here like mulberry, which will eventually feed the chickens, and persimmon. Planted some pawpaw seeds, not sure if they'll come up. Now, a few years ago, started thinking that conventional thinking made less and less sense to me. Started to get into permaculture and just doing things that was logical for me. So when we were laying this fence, I wanted to take it up the full stretch of our land, or at least come close to the edge of our land, and then, notice that this stream coming out of the hill here runs quite a distance on our land, I know by about 10 feet or something. And I was trying to figure out where to put my post, and I thought, well, heck, why do I need to feed Charlie and the chickens or water them all the time when there's fresh water coming out of the hill right here? So I went ahead and extended out to this corner here to include this little stream. And then I was thinking about where to dig my post hole, and then I realized, hey, there's a tree right there. Has pretty good thickness. So that became our corner post. So I just like efficiency and doing things that will be productive in the long run and doesn't have to be more work. Speaking of which, I got an auger for about 250 bucks, and I dug all the holes for these bigger posts. And we have goat fence on the other side of the hill there, or at least we started to get some posts in the ground. And that's really saved me a lot of time and strain on the back. Here's the grapevines, in case you're wondering why are there a lot of metal posts and then there's these wood ones here. Well, they're more sturdy, and I wanted to run a wire from them across here so the grapevines can have a wire to grow up on that would support them. And since I'm already putting the fence there, I thought, well, I'll just use those as the along the fence line there. Why do something twice if you don't have to? I'm going to put a post down here and run the line up there to that post for BB. Now BB is a husky and she loves to dig holes, which we found in our backyard. And for some reason she thinks she likes to lay in the dirt. It's probably cooler that way. So when I had the backhoe, I went ahead and dug her out a little husky den right here. I'm going to board that in on the sides, put a roof on it, and kind of accommodate her that way. Now, dogs in the, conventional sense don't serve much of a purpose other than being great companions, but they can serve a purpose. Husky, if I let her in a chicken pen, if I let BB in there, she would have chicken dinner before you could say the word chicken. However, Charlie, he's a good watch over the chickens. Out here in the country, we have raccoons and things that would be predators, and I think Charlie is going to help deter that, keep eagles and stuff away. I saw a couple of bald eagles come here a few weeks ago. Now BB likes to chase things and hunt and eat them, so I'm hoping that she'll keep the squirrels off of our fruit trees right here. Let this guy pass. So her line is going to run up and down this way and hopefully chase squirrels and deer off of our trees, so that, I don't mind. I'm going to plant other trees that the deer and wildlife can enjoy down there, but these are the ones for us, so I want to keep them, keep the fruit for us here. And so BB actually serves a purpose. You just got to go with what nature has for you, and don't fight nature. In the conventional sense, you grow a yard and then you have to mow it all the time, so you're working for your yard. Well, why not make your yard work for you? Let the grass grow so your animals can eat it, like goats. And you shouldn't have to work for it and mow it all the time. What's the point of that? I mean, I know it looks nice, unlike this dirt up here and unfinished stuff, but I just like to use things more fully, I guess. I'm going to run over there and show you our goat area. Okay, here we are on the other side of the house at the swimming hole that I dug with the backhoe last fall for kids and I guess us to kind of dip in summertime. I laid this dam out here, but I did not core it out, so the water gradually seeps through. And that's not a bad idea or a bad thing, because this is where I'm going to put the goats. This land, you can't use it for a whole lot. It's hilly, it's got the ditch in it, but the goats will eat it up. They like it. They're not too picky. The water that gradually seeps through underneath comes through here, and so I'm hoping I don't have to water the goats much. And another sustainable idea for permaculture is you want to capture water. Now that field down there floods a lot, and rather than let all the water drain down there on his land, then I'll capture some of it. And this will be the watering hole for the goats. I already dug the holes for a few posts up here, and hopefully we're going to build the dirt up here a little bit more, put in our fence. The fence is going to be about 380 feet in length, including that long side there. I'm going to go up against that fence. And then here's our lagoon. Now this post was already here, so I just worked with what was here. It's a really solid post. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to have a whole lot of force on it from the goat fence, so I don't have to stretch and pull on. Oh, by the way, we turned on the water just a couple of days ago for the first time. I had to do a little bit of plumbing work, fix a leak, but well, wanted to make sure things worked here in our lagoon, so I dropped the kids off at the pool up there, and they went down the water slide, and a couple of minutes later I did see them come down here to the big pool, and I know everything works. Kind of crude, but spins a lot of balance running 200 feet of line. You do want to kind of make sure it's working before you unleash on it. Yep, so here's the goat area. Now this is going to be shelter. It's about 10 foot by 7 foot, and right here will be a 4-foot gate. So when we come to deal with the goats, there will be a shelter above us. Right here, I notice it's a hassle in the wintertime to give them hay bale. Let me back up so you can see this more. I plan to have a little drop area right here, so I'll drop it over the edge into a holder for them. I don't have to go inside and set it down, open the gate, close the gate, pick it back up, and all that stuff. We'll also have like a little milking area in here. We have Nigerian dwarf goats. They put out the highest butter fat or milk fat content of any goat. It's going to be like creamer for the coffee. I think it's like up to 9% on the average, 6 to 8%. So well, hopefully it's tasty milk. Otherwise we're going to be making a lot of cheese eventually. So anyway, that's the idea here. We just kind of want to work with nature. There's this ditch here not serving any purpose except for flooding this guy's field. I want to kind of hold some of that water. This is for fun. We'll drop a few minnows in there, control the mosquito population a little bit. As you can look down the hill here, my test hole right there, the very bottom, and then I had a test hole right up here. Both have held water since the fall, have never gone below 6 inches, below completely full to the brim. Now when I started digging down here, when I got 2 feet down, water started coming in the edges. So there's a natural spring that runs through here, and it just goes up right up there by the Charlie and the chickens, and then on up this hill. It comes from up there. So that's a nifty thing to find. All right, that gives you an update. It's the, let's see, it's the 10th of March, and we hope to move in a week and a half, and then we'll continue doing more projects inside and out.